The next track up in our F123 wet car setup series is Brazil, and this is an incredibly fun track, but also very challenging in the wet. In particular, some of the faster corners, such as the really fast turns 6 and 7, can really upset your car in the rain, so you need to have a really stable setup. For the aero, I've gone with 26 on the front wing, which is actually lower than our dry setup, and 28 on the rear, which is increased. So I've swapped things around. I've gone with higher aero at the rear, just searching for that added stability, which is crucial around here in the rain. Then for the transmission, I've gone 50 on the on throttle to help with traction, and I've increased the off throttle to 53 to help eliminate some of the over rotation at slow speed. For the suspension geometry, I've gone -2.7 and -1.2 on the camber, and 0 on the front toe and 0.14 on the rear toe, again searching for more stability. For the suspension, I've kept the front pretty stiff and softened the rest, so I've gone 25 on the front suspension, 5 on the rear, and then the anti-roll bars I've got 9 on the front and 1 on the rear, which is a big change from our dry setup. For the ride height, I've gone 38 and 41. Brake pressure, I've gone 95%, and for the brake bias, I've gone 55%. And then for the tyres, I've bumped up the front pressures a little bit to add a bit of responsiveness now that I've switched the aero priority to the rear instead of the front. So I've gone 23.3 on both front tyres, and I've lowered the rears to 20.1 for a little bit extra traction. This car setup's a bit of a radical change from our dry setup. Normally you can take the dry setup and kind of adapt it to the wet, but this track that didn't really work due to the real instability at the rear end. So instead I've changed things up, but let me know in the comments below whether you think this has worked, whether you like this setup, whether you like this track in the rain. And until next time, I will see you guys on track.